Welcome back to another late night cast, everybody. This is Capt Brutality, and I haven't been on late night cast, and for probably I think it's been a month and a half. Yeah, it's been just a rough winter. It's been a rough year. It's been shitty. It's been shitty for a lot of us. But tonight's podcast is gonna be about imagination. Now, as you can look above, I got SpongeBob. Imagination. But it's gonna be an imagination. But I mean, of course, the only person joining me tonight is DoMo. I gotta unmute her. Hold on. Now she's unmuted.
Hello, it's DoMo.
Yeah. Tonight's a night of imagination. Now. When I actually the whole reason I thought of imagination, I've been having it on my list for a while, but then now I'm like, SpongeBob, it's the perfect fucking picture for this topic.
It is. It really, really is.
Also,
I love SpongeBob.
She's like, my form of imagination probably mostly goes. Well, actually, if I was a kid, it'll be in the dark. I see things in the dark that probably whatever they're in the dark, and then. I was always afraid of the dark when I was a kid, but really, nowadays, it's just my imagination is just conversations I could have had, conversations I did have, or fucking something I'm building on, or what is
That's not imagination. That's just overthinking.
No, it's imagination. That's an imagination. You're imagining a conversation that could be happening, but it's not happening.
Well, yeah, I guess if you put it that way.
I mean,
were you in the similar scenario ahead of time?
No, just sometimes I imagine of like being like a fucking stone cold killer and just killing somebody. No, I'm being facts. Like sometimes I imagine silly things like this.
I mean, I feel like at some point everyone has like that small imagination, or just like that thought, like kill someone. What if I stab them right now? Like,
that's
what if I just dump their body in the river? Like, are they gonna find it? Are they gonna know it's me?
Yes, exactly. It's like
it's all those TV shows that we watch, like Dexter and fucking crime.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's the TV shows, movies. It's all it is. Just makes your imagination go even further than it was.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
It's like watching a horror movie and then, did that door actually move? Or is that just the wind? Or I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch. Actually, I was petrified. I don't know if you were scared of The Ring or The Grudge, but I was petrified of those movies. And then I just always imagined that they were fucking real because I like, if I look him over my shoulder and I see this fucking shit, it'll freak me out. Like those two movies actually are the only fucking horror movies that was my childhood right there. That scared the shit out of me. It was I think it started with the ring girl coming out the well, and then after the ring girl, then it was the Grudge with the.
With that creepy Yeah. See, the Grudge didn't really scare me so much. It was just more of like the mystery part of it. It's like scary ghosts in the house. Okay. But it was the Ring when they first. Like at the beginning or whatever part of the movie when they first showed the girl's face, like hiding in the closet and everything, and her face was all like distorted and like all gross and everything. That's what got to me because when you see, I don't know, when you see like the human face or the human body and like in such disfigurement, it kind of gets. I don't know. I think that's more terrifying. So it was the Ring that got me more so the Grudge.
Well, I agree with you.
And I always kept thinking, I'm like, every time I opened up my closet, I'm like, am I going to see this bitch? Like,
I was waiting for it to come out my TV screen. Well, unless you watch Scare Movie 3. Your TV's leaking! Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. Let me see. I love watching horror films or any sort of like paranormal films because then that lets my imagination go wild. Especially when I'm home alone. Like our previous late night cast where we were talking about the paranormal or just anything terrifying. I forgot what the subject was at the top of my head. I was home alone. It was dark, and the more that we kept talking about it and thinking about it, I was just like, kept looking over my shoulder, like, shit, no one's in the house, right? Like, the cat knocked over the can. Yeah, that's it. It was just the cat.
Yeah, see, that's how I used to be as a kid with horror films. One, I hated horror films. I was a scaredy cat. But I don't know. I think, yeah, of course, my mom and dad always fucking being assholes. You know, typical parents. Just, you know, I'm gonna go fuck with my kids. And then, I think ever since then, now it like the jump scares get me anymore, but not like the creepiness vibe. I don't know. It just doesn't get to me anymore like I was as a kid. When I was a kid, I really had a very for God's sakes, I believed in Santa Claus till I was 13. You know.
Man, your parents played a really good joke on you.
No, it wasn't that. It's, you know, I had a powerful imagination. My brother's the one that started questioning it, and then I still was convinced. No, he's real. He's real. Yeah.
Did your parents ever make a fake Santa Claus photo for you?
No, not like a goat. No, not like that.
So, when I was a kid, I forgot, I was still in elementary school, going into middle school, I think. I don't know. I was a young kid. So, my father, he took a picture of our living room. He was, the night before Christmas Eve. He's like, oh, I'm going to set up a camera. It's sensor motioned. And if he comes, we're going to snap a picture. I was like, yeah, we're going to get him. So, the next day, he's like, oh, something was taken. So he took a picture of the living room and like photoshopped like a picture of Santa Claus, like half his face, like up close, like like he got caught, you know.
Meanwhile,
printed it out, and I took it to all my friends in my school. I was like, "Look, Santa Claus, real." I got made fun of a lot.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
now I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, now you zoom into the picture. Now it's just your dad with a fucking pillow on his shirt and a fucking beard on. I'm like, shit.
Oh well, it was fun for the time.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why sometimes being a kid is just fucking great because you just fucking imagination goes wild.
Yeah, man, I miss my child brain. I really do.
I'm pretty sure all adults do at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I have kept a decent amount. I use my imagination to fall asleep if I'm having a hard time. Like, I don't know if you do this, but it's kind of like between meditation and imagination, I guess. If I have a hard time sleeping, I imagine that I'm walking up this steep hill and a nice big spiral type thing like a volcano. And then once I get to the top, I jump into the volcano and I'm just falling. And I feel the kind of like my body falling deeper and deeper into the bed. And I just keep looking straight as I'm falling, and I see like the brick wall, well, not the brick, but like the dirt and the stone walls and everything, and then I just fall asleep. So I guess if that counts.
It sounds like you're describing the Evanescence music video.
Why would you ruin that for me? While I sleep.
No, it's just Bring Me to Life. Hey, I say Bring Me to Life is a good song. I like that song.
I think my grandmother ruined Evanescence for me. She took me to like an Evanescence rock play concert, rock performance type thing where it was some sort of vampire performance on stage with just all Evanescence music. It was a lot of Evanescence. I don't know how much I can handle it.
Oh, well, speaking of fucking vampires, it's like my mom. Well, she. Sometimes people's imaginations really become a reality to them. Because my mom is really obsessed with Bigfoot right now. She really thinks he's real right now.
Bigfoot is real. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh my god! Maybe the abominable snowman.
So why is it the abominable snowman is acceptable, but Bigfoot isn't? Like,
I don't know. I just feel like Abominable Snowman is more realistic.
Oh my god.
But I don't know. See, the Bigfoot to me is probably just some hairy man. just some hairy fucking man. And so he'd, hey, look, it's Bigfoot. No, that's just John.
There's been so many stories of all these different things, and it's just too much of a quinky dink for it to be like,
Well,
like they have a TV show on
I know. That's what my mom's obsessed with, that TV show. Well, it's like the movie Blair Witch, you know, that fucking... And that was just nothing... I didn't watch the remake yet. I never watched the remake yet. I still gotta download that. I'm sure they modernized it, but yeah, the Blair Witch is just so... Well, it's just all it is just you're camping in the woods. And then... See, for me, my imagination's not... I mean, I'm sure your imagination is a little more powerful than mine. But it's more in the line. I think it sort of got me to the end when he was just staring at the wall. This is for no reason at all. I was like, why is he just staring at the fucking wall? That was creepy.
I thought he was peeing.
It could be peeing. Yeah, he could have been peeing. But no, I mean, it would have been weird either way. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing? That was the only thing that got me. Even though the stick guys didn't get me, the bundle, the rocks, none of that didn't get me. That was just, I don't know, maybe the fucking animal did that. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know, like, my mom and dad were obsessed with that movie because it was so creepy. But it wasn't really that creepy. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's when I actually see something is what makes my imagination. Oh, like fucking Insidious. You ever see Insidious?
Oh, I love Insidious.
Oh man, that Darth Maul looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fucking dang, man, that thing creeped me out. And it wasn't his body; it was his face.
See, that's the funny thing, because Insidious, like, the actual creature itself didn't scare me, but the events leading up to it was
that's the thing. See, the events...
terrifying.
It's like that Paranormal Activity movie. That didn't even do nothing for me. That did nothing.
Mm-hmm. See, I liked it for what it was, but then when they keep going on with it, it's just like...
they overplayed it is what they did. You know, it got old. I mean, it's like Blair Witch 2. You already ruined the first one with Blair Witch 2. You ruined it. You know?
I mean, Blair Witch 2 was kind of like in its own thing. I kind of liked it, but I like the Blair Witch. Blair Witch was one of the first movies to actually, like they started the
they started that, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they started that.
I love that shit. I love found footage.
Well, see... My mom. Well, I mean, we have it, but we have it on VHS. Blair Witch. We have it on fucking VHS.
VHS, damn.
That's what I'm saying. Even with the Ring, the first Ring. Remember the VHS tape? Well, do you ever watch the remake Ring? It's all modernized. It's all nothing but like a DVD or just a download now in the remake. I didn't like it. I didn't like the remake of Ring. It just didn't give me the same vibe as the very first one. Did not give me that same creepy ass fucking...
No.
Like, here's the thing. The Ring scared me so fucking much that the Ring from Scary Movie 3 scared me. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah. When you look at that little girl from fucking Scary Movie 3, it's like, even that creeped me the fuck out. And that movie was hilarious.
I love that movie.
Yeah, well, Scary Movie 3. Well, all the Scary Movies are great. I think all the way up to Scary Movie 4. Scary Movie 5, once Anna Faris got out of it, I kind of,
What was the one about again?
The fifth one?
Yeah.
The fifth one I don't remember. I know it had Snoop Dogg, Ashley Tisdale. It had, like, new stars. I think Charlie Sheen was in it. I think.
Maybe I trailed off.
Yeah, I trailed off too. I didn't really like it. The fourth one I didn't like as much as the third one, and I liked the first one. I even liked the second one, and the second one was kind of weird. But I liked the third one, and I liked the fourth one. But the fifth one was just like, what the hell?
The second one was with the little signs thing, right?
Yeah, the little hand. The little hand.
Oh, okay, yeah. Take my hand.
Oh, no, thank you. I like the way he's fucking just scooping. Oh, this is my strong hand.
Yeah. Take my hand.
That was the last one with the Wayans brothers, and then they just stopped it with them. But then again,
trailed off.
But then again, Simon Rex and Charlie Sheen did it fucking great in fucking Scary Movie 3. You mean so let me get this straight. She broke her wiener?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now I want to watch it.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, I always watch it from time to time. Sometimes I watch it just to fall asleep, and then sometimes I don't fall asleep because I'm laughing my ass off. It's like fucking egg.
Yeah.
Oh, but back into the imagination, because I know that you and I were talking about that when you were in my stream. Those camping videos that you and I were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
See, and I figured out why probably you and I like watching it. Doesn't it just make you feel like it's so cozy in that fucking like the wood stove and like I know it's probably like -20. It's probably fucking freezing, but I don't know. It just like and for one, it looks like a lot of work but it doesn't look like a lot of work because they make it look so easy.
Yeah, it's because he's so used to
they're good at it. But that's the thing. I mean, I know I can fucking do that. I love to fucking just see. I want to. I was telling my dad, I'm like, I want to get a Capt for the back of my truck, stick a bed in there, and actually camp from the back of my truck.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do that like in the wintertime. I want to do it in the summertime. I don't know. I always love camping. I just love camping.
Yeah, camping's pretty fantastic.
See, the only thing I never camped out on, I never camped out on a fucking beach. And I know there's beaches like in Maryland I could camp on. I never camped out on a fucking beach.
You don't want to go camping on a beach anymore. It's full of drug addicts and like.
Oh, I'm not talking about those kinds of beaches. I'm talking about like a nice fucking like a state park beach. I'm not talking about like Atlantic City. Fuck. Last time I went to Atlantic City, there was trash. You want to imagine that shit's clean, but it's not. Oh man, Atlantic City's bad. I mean, actually, all beaches are becoming bad because they're just becoming so overpopulated. Because even Ocean City, Maryland, used to be a beautiful beach. Now there's just fucking cigarette butts everywhere and everywhere and stuff like that. It's just all it is. Yeah, you want to imagine it to be clean. Sometimes I used to like when I was younger, because obviously when you're young you love the beach and you love all that shit. So and then I have sand. I always take sand from the beach in my little containers. Now I'm looking at the sand. My brother and I used to like play fake beach, but we used to pretend we're driving to the beach and we're in the middle in the hallway in my dad's house, acting like that's the ocean and we're fucking here's the fucking beach. We're just over here fucking just laying out in the sand. then we go back to the fucking playroom. Yeah, like that's the hotel room. Yeah, like that. My brother Ash and I, we had. Well, see, I think I had the imagination. It's just being the older brother, I was always the leader then.
Your brother just went along.
Yeah, he always just went along. Like him and I did sword fighting. We sword fighting with sticks. We used to get so brutal. We actually would start hitting each other in the legs and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, we used to hit each other with fucking sticks.
Well, sounds like a game I used to play when I was a kid. Except we used to just take all these bouncy balls and throw them up against the wall and see who would hit.
Oh yeah, it sounds pretty cool. That's like fucking. That's like a 1,000-card pickup. It's imagination in the kids. I honestly, I think that's all where my imagination lies is my childhood. Like I said, in my imagination nowadays is just like, man, if this fucking guy cuts me off one more fucking time, I'm gonna fucking put him right up his fucking tailpipe. That's my imagination as an adult. If only I had my gun.
No, I still like to use my imagination a lot. Like, because I live in like all sand. There's just all sand. My backyard's pretty big, and there's some, like, bushes. And,
yeah, but for you,
it's like I'm in the middle of nowhere type thing. So I got me and my little flashlight, with walking my dogs, so they can take a crap or pee or something like that. I like to imagine like I'm in Faz or I'm like on some sort of mission. Like, okay, we need to find some clues, or let's stay away from the robbers, or something like that. But I'm also
you should
kind of crazy, so
you should take a vacation like fucking Utah or fucking someplace with the woods and fucking like imagine like you're in the forest with cannibals chasing you.
Really cool. That would be really cool. When I used to live in Massachusetts, on my walk home from the bus stop, taking the city bus and everything, there was two paths I could take. I could take the longer route and go on the streets, like walk along the highway and then go down like a neighborhood and then just cut a few like streets and stuff like that. It was a longer route. Or I can go through the park, the wooded park that had like this long pavement pathway. But by the time I'd always get home, it was pitch black. Like it was just dark. Like I was afraid Slender Man was gonna get me. Like just like all of a sudden, just like like.
See, here's where my imagination will lie. It's either go down the nice creepy path that could possibly be safer, or you can go down on the side of the fucking road and possibly get hit by a fucking car. So what's more scary? Going down a creepy path? We're going down the
path also had homeless people living in the woods, so it was like, you know, there could be someone sleeping in here, fucking in here, doing drugs, you know, who fucking knows. So I'd always take my phone and just hold it with like the glass out, and if someone came at me, I'd just whack him right in the temple.
See, I wish we can go to a fucking place where we can, because even fucking I walk down like, because we have trails all around. We have like fucking the Schuylkill Trail, we have the fucking Lehigh Trail, we have all kinds of like hiking trails. But obviously, when you get closer to like the poorer cities, you just start seeing tents around, and then you start smelling piss in the walls. You know, like literally piss in the walls. I never
sounds like L.A.
Well, that's how when I went to Philadelphia and New York too. Oh man,
yeah.
I went to the subway. My ex, because him or her, I went down there. She says, I don't remember it smelled like piss. I'm like, maybe because you're a fucking kid and you're just too excited to be in the fucking city. But man, it smells like fucking ammonia. It's like fucking smells like piss. As soon as we walked down to the subway, it just smelled like piss.
Yeah. Not great.
Yeah.
I hate city life now. I hate it so much.
I've always hated city life. I grew up in like a rural area, not like a country, not like a farmland. It's like a cross between a country, farmland, but residential. Just think about that. Think about that. Houses spaced apart. You got a big property, but a small forest. Not like the Poconos. The Poconos would be beautiful to live in. You can live out in the middle of nowhere and scream at the top of your lungs and kill somebody. Yep. Dead shit. Poconos.
That's cool.
Yeah, Poconos is nice. You just gotta watch out for bear, obviously. There's bear up there.
Sounds like
black bear.
Sounds like my family in Canada.
Yeah, I think it's black bear up there. Yeah, it's black. No, black bear, brown bear, black bear.
That's when you need some fucking bear mace with you at all times.
Oh yeah, well, bear mace. Get a fucking gun.
Well, but you know.
Bear mace, gun, fucking you need everything. You don't want to end up like Leonardo DiCaprio on fucking The Revenant. Oh!
Ooh.
Speaking of that fucking movie, I don't know if you ever seen The Revenant. You ever see The Revenant with him in it? It's when he got mauled by the bear. But, anyways.
Sounds very familiar.
You ever watch Day After Tomorrow? With like,
yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you would have felt like this, but you ever like watch? I mean, obviously you might feel it with like the camera. You ever like feel like in their shoes? Like sometimes like feel like they're when they're shivering, they're cold, or when they're wet.
Yeah, every time I watch a really good movie.
Yeah, because even like when I watched, do you ever see Flight of the Phoenix too? It's when they crashed in the middle of the desert.
No, I don't think so.
And they built the plane, basically they crashed in the middle of the desert, and you know that right there fucking just, and then they're sweating, and it just makes you fucking feel how much they're sweating, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes,
oh yeah.
See, it depends what mood I'm in. Like sometimes if I'm shivering at home, like with the winter time, I don't know why I like watching like a snow like something with snow, like I don't know, something that's cold. I like watching movies like that. Or like TV
it
shows.
Makes you feel a little bit cooler and stuff like that.
No, I'm talking like that's a whole different aspect. But like I like watching like cold things in the wintertime because it just puts me in a mood for winter. Like sometimes I like drinking hot chocolate and it just puts me in a mood. Where in the summertime I like watching tropical things, But sometimes if it's very fucking hot, like 105 degrees, I like thinking that I'm fucking like in the fucking ocean or something, just laying on my fucking bed, just saying, "Oh, I'm dealing with the cold water. Oh, I'm dealing with the cold water." And then I'll fucking get an ice cube and slide it down my spine with the fan right there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, in the wintertime, but that's when it's extremely hot. Now when it's extremely cold, I want to imagine like it's fucking hot. Like, oh, I'm in Iraq right now. Oh, I'm fucking 150 degrees. It is 150 degrees. And I drink vodka and I'm fucking, my insides all warm. Oh man, I'm starting to dehydrate. Like, no, I dead serious. Like, I do weird, sick things like that. But it does help me, like, really fucking tricks my mind into thinking that it's hot. Like, sometimes that's how I can make it sometimes, is when I try to trick my brain, try watching films like that. And, like, when it's like 150 degrees, you gotta trick your brain like it's fucking cold. Like, just trick your brain like you're just sitting, like, fucking, like, negative 80 degrees, like something like that. Fahrenheit. I'm not talking about Celsius, I'm talking about Fahrenheit. Imagine negative 80 degrees. Oh, my fingers!
Oh,
that'll be like from
Jesus Christ.
That brings me back to fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. Remember when he fucking snapped his fucking toe off from the frostbite?
Oh.
Could you just imagine?
Oh, no.
And then he tried putting it back on.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was good. That was really good. See, when it gets really hot here, I just watch a lot of, like, deep sea things. Like, what are those, like, phobias that of, like, deep sea creatures or megalodon or just, like, or even just, like, a Titanic documentary. Just something that's, like, deep sea water cooling and stuff like that. And I just lay down. I'm like, okay, I can handle it being 115 in my room right now.
Yeah, that's
for like another 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I like doing. Sometimes then I like having just the ice and ice down my back, and because when you, I don't know if you ever tried it. Well, you sure you have, but I always like putting ice on my spine and letting just the cold water drip down my spine. Sometimes I always tell us when I'm sitting in front of the fan, and then it gives me a quick chill, and then you realize it's back to 85 million degrees again.
Nah, I just lay down or sit down in a chair or something, just like half naked, spray water on like my half naked body and have a fan in front of me. That's it.
You put the fucking spray bottle in the fridge?
Sometimes.
Yeah, because that's what I do.
If I'm in the kitchen, because the kitchen gets really hot here, like really hot. Like I could probably bake bread just sitting it on my kitchen table. If I'm cooking or if I'm just like meal prepping or anything like that, I'll have it in the fridge, and every once in a while I'll just take it out of the fridge, squirt, and I'll be like,
oh, fucking
and then it's just back to hot.
In Iraq, they can cook steak in the rocks.
We can here too at certain temperatures.
Well, I know you can because fucking the trash cans be melting, but fucking Iraq, I was watching fucking soldiers, I'm like, god damn. Because some of the soldiers, like, they've been around the country. They've been in, like, Miami, fucking Florida, California, Pennsylvania. They've been around. This says you don't know fucking no heat until you go over to the Middle East. A lot of soldiers told me that. You don't know heat. That heat is... Because even my my one Iraqi buddy, he says, at nighttime, it is fucking hot! Look, it's hot! You can still cook on the fucking rocks. It's so hot. It says even if you had the sandstorm, it's still hot. It's just a gust of hot air. Yeah, it's like that's how he is. That's how fucking he says. Yeah, any of those soldiers would tell you that, especially them wearing all that gear over there.
Oh yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You're just kind of sweating until like ever.
So I pity them over in the Middle East.
Mhm.
But
yeah, that's why they wear. The type of clothing that they have, it's supposed to be a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
At least that's what my pharmacist said. And he's from Egypt.
Well, I'm sure it does. I'm sure they have they had to fucking make some fucking... We've been over in fucking, I think it's Afghanistan for like half a fucking decade. So fucking, I'm sure they had to think of something by now. It's like fucking when you watch the movie Jarhead, fucking all their fucking equipment was just faulty and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Oh God. Trying to think. What?
You ever imagine being in a video game?
Yes.
I always used to imagine being in Vice City. Well, for a lot of reasons, because Grand Theft Auto, wanted to own a house, fuck some bitches, you know. that only in Vice City though. I didn't really imagine too much to be in San Andreas. I didn't give me the city vibe. I've always liked that tropical fucking, like, even like in California they have those tropical fucking palm trees, you know, or Florida they have those fucking palm trees everywhere. I think the only palm trees I get is down to fucking Maryland or fucking the beach in fucking New Jersey. It's the only palm trees I see.
Yeah, palm trees aren't that much of a big deal anymore.
Well, they aren't. They aren't if you see them every day. But for me, I never grew up around them. I grew up around fucking slug, fucking moss-filled fucking trees. But like I said, you know, you live in the Poconos, you have unlimited wood. You know.
Yeah.
You fucking easily chop down fucking trees everywhere.
Yeah. The trees here we can't even chop because
oh yeah, you don't have enough trees.
They're not regular trees, and you have to get a permit, which takes months in order to actually remove one if it falls.
Yeah, I believe it in California that way because, you know, there's only like, what, 6 trees?
Well, I live in a national park. I'm not going to say where I live on this, but, you know, I live in a national park area, so
I'd rather you
know. It's pretty popular here, so it takes like 6 months in order to get a permit to remove a fallen tree.
Right, now think about that. Think about that with trees in that national park, right? Now imagine how much trees were there like way back in the 1800s. Before,
there was shit tons more, I can guarantee you.
It's like New York. Do you ever go to New York?
No.
Ooh, man, you need to go to New York. You need to at least see it because it's, oh my God, you don't understand a big city till you see New York. Even though there is a poor side in New York, of course there is. Mm-hmm. But Central Park is basically a big fucking park. And I mean fucking big. It's like 4 miles long.
Yeah, I believe it.
But it's basically just woods in the park. That's all it is. It's just woods. But
that's nice.
But when you think about it, New York was around woods, so there's more woods. That's the one when you think about Central Park, I always imagine, like, there's got to be more trees around until, you know, they put more civilization, more population, and buildings went up. And then it just kept this landmark of Central Park as, you know, just like, but yeah, it's basically just a woods. That's all it is. It's a fucking woods. Like, it's like you're walking through a woods. It's cool. That's nice. And it's cool because when you're walking through the woods, you see the trees, and then you see these big buildings. Which is neat because you're like in the woods within the city. It's like you're on the puts. It reminded me like when I was on the puts. It's like when you're building the Christmas tree and you're making the puts. You always imagine that you're on the puts, like from Twilight Zone. That one episode from Twilight Zone. I always imagine it being small. Or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I always imagined it being small when I was younger too.
I love Honey. That's why I really like that game. Grounded, or what is that?
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that fucking game. Holy shit!
And there's so many updates since the last time I played. Yeah. It's been a while since I've actually played. I should really get back into that, but
because I always like being that small and seeing. There was another game that you're small like that. I can't think of it.
What
the hell? What the fuck?
There's a few, but I'm trying to.
Well, I mean, I know fucking what the fuck name that one army game? It was like fucking Army Soldiers or something like that. So the plastic army guys.
I think I played that one.
They were like throwing fucking. Now it's for PlayStation 1, but it was just they were throwing like fucking like paper clips and stuff.
Sounds like something like a Toy Story game.
Yeah, it's what it'll remind you of, something like that. Still pretty cool. Yeah, I actually forgot about that PS1 game.
You know, it's a really good game to use your imagination that I know Ribbit would like. Rec Room.
It can if you're in VR, and now Ribbit.
Well, yeah, but even so, like if you're playing like what was it during when close to Halloween, we were doing all the like those different like Halloween mazes and all that shit and stuff like that, and it was pretty okay. It was pretty fun, you know.
Well, I mean,
You know,
I guess you could. Yeah, I guess you could put a little
especially
bit of
the jump
imagination.
scares, and it was just like, oh,
Well,
fuck, let's get out of here.
Well, if you think
Like,
it's not only with the Halloween maps. It could be with anything because
well, yeah.
it's like the bullying or well, I mean, I don't know how realistic of us it's just beating up little kids in fucking a bar fight, but I don't know how realistic that is. Get the fuck out of the bar. But yeah, other than that, but yeah, I mean. Yeah, I guess I can see the imagination. I mean, I guess all games can have a point of imagination. Sort of like Sims. I used to have an imagination in that for a while.
Oh my god, I love Sims.
Yeah, I used to, my favorite Sims up still is the very first Sims. The very first fucking Sims. The Sims.
I don't think I've ever played the first one.
Well, for me, it was on PS2. I don't know what other console it was on at the time. But I know I have it on PS2.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that was Sims Busting Out. Sims Busting Out was a little step up. And then Sims 2 came out. I didn't like it because I just didn't like the first person view. I don't know which one you started on, but I started on the one where you actually have a bunch of Sims, right? And you can bounce between each Sim, but you can tell them to go somewhere. You're telling them to go somewhere rather than clicking to go somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the Sims I like. It was like, it's like you're the angel of a family type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rather you're just on just one person. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Sims 2 was great, but it just didn't give me the same vibe as the first two. Like when I played that first one, I just love building houses. I love building houses. That was like
right. That was like the best part of the Sims, and then it's like, oh, I have to play the game.
I once made a whole family of my brother, my dad, and I. My mom, dad, brother, and I made us all in the fucking game. And then I made my crush in one of them. She was just, her name was Allie, but I put her first name as Hot.
Hot Allie.
Yeah. So yeah, how creative of me.
I mean, I feel like we all kind of did that when we were younger, when we first got the Sims and stuff like that. Like the first time I actually owned The Sims was the third one for PlayStation, I believe. And yeah, that one was a mess. I kept putting my crushes in there, and it's just like, I imagine it's like, oh, me and my crush, we got a house together, and oh, we're just, had a baby and 12 more, and then the house burns on fire and lost 6 kids, and, it's just kind of fucked up shit on there.
Could you just imagine that you still had that saved on the memory card and you just fucking load it up? Oh my god. If you still have that saved, you gotta fucking somehow bring it on stream.
Oh god.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. That'll be great content.
I think I have to dig it out of like my storage, my collection.
Yeah, I just had to show you how to fucking hook it up to your computer. You just have to have a certain wire. That'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be really great.
Oh my god,
actually, at some point too. I mean, I'm sure fucking Ribbit. I want to see Brutality's Grudge. You just seeing Hot Ellie walk around. Because I mean, honestly, you think about those YouTubers and stuff. They want to know their past life and all that. We gotta keep this in the fucking back, DoMo.
Yeah,
right? I'm sure Ribbit will love to fucking know this.
Oh god. Man, I think I even what was it? One of my exes made a house full of all these like weird celebrities. I'm pretty sure Lady Gaga's in one of them too. Like, it's just like this giant house with like no bathroom and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Seeing the first Sims, I made them all neighbors. So I think I had one with my mom. That's just my family, and then I had one that was no. This was Sims Busting Out. Yeah, one with my whole family. One I think I had 2 girls that I think were just lesbians, and then one was just a dude and a girl. And then sometimes my campaign character, which was Hot Ellie, would just come strong on just to say hi.
Hey,
say hi to the family.
Alright, see you later.
That's why I like Sims, because your characters will fucking have their own... Like, that's why I like Sims. They just have their own minds. Sort of like Free Guy, when they made that Free Life game where they're watching NPCs grow type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically what Sims is. You're just watching fucking they're just with like, oh, they're going poopy right now, you know, or they gotta go eat, you know. You just obviously you can make decisions for them at some point. Why I farted in this fucking podcast, that's fucking wonderful. But whatever. It's not like I never done that on stream anyways, but yeah, anyways, that's the Sims I like. Where Sims 2 to me is more of an objective type of thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still cool. It's still cool and all that, and especially the way they talk.
I know, it's fun too. I really like it.
But yeah, I mean, Sims is classic. And also Sim City was the other one too. And then I had Sim Theme Park. Is when I made my own theme park. I was also on PS1. I was so in depth in that too. I'll make my theme park. Because you be like in the first person view. I'll be talking to my kids and shit. Talking to the kids. How do you like this ride? I remember when I first got the game and I first went in that mode. My dad was sitting next to me. He says, "Holy shit, these are some ugly looking fucking kids." And I look at them now, man. There's some ugly looking fucking kids. Fucking weird looking fucking kids. But yeah, any of those games always interest me. But yeah, obviously in the VR,
you can do whatever you want, pretty much. Oh God, Sims in VR.
Well, see, I don't think that would work. I think Sims in VR will work more for like Sims 2, something in first person view. Because if you think that's what VR is, it's more. Well, actually, unless you can just watch your Sim just take a crap. Because I believe you can do that in Sims Busted Out. You can go in first person view, and they're just walking through the house, and you can just look at the walls and everything. And that's cool, because you can just watch the cheap TV screen. You know, it's not like nothing special. So they're just sitting watching TV, and then they go, "Gotta go to the bathroom," and then they go run to the bathroom.
Well, it'd be even cool if, like, you're, like, in the first-person VR type thing and you set up your house. Kind of like what we used to do as kids, you know, just kind of like, oh, you know how Sims, they can't use the bathroom when other Sims are watching them, or if there's, like, no door or anything like that. You know, just, like, there's this long hallway of going to the bathroom with, like, 10 Sims in the same household, and they all have to use the bathroom at once. And then everyone's just shit and pissing themselves and dying because they shit themselves. And just imagine watching that first person.
I know, it's fucking... See,
your fucking kitchen goes on fire, like...
That'll be horrifying. See,
it'd be fantastic. And you just stand there, like, what do I do? And so there's no fire alarm, it's just fucking catching on fire.
See, when I used to fuck around and I used to take my memory card out just to fuck around, I used to trap them in walls, trap them in buildings then. Sometimes I'll trap them like a 1x1 wall and they're just sitting there in a box and they're not even moving.
It's an interesting idea to make a Sims graveyard, actually.
I think in Sims Busted Out they had a graveyard at some point. I mean, it wasn't a graveyard. It was more of a lines of a monastery, and the dude's just playing an organ. Which the organ sounded neat in that game. I'm not gonna lie, it sounded fucking neat.
Mhm.
But yeah, what the fuck is the other game I was thinking about? Was
it like Roller Coaster Tycoon or something?
Nah, there's another fucking game I was thinking about. I always see, you know SpongeBob with that imaginary box. Obviously it was what's above my head. I like Squidward at the end of it, but see, my brother and I never imagined anything like that were in a box that were imagining about something, but we did make things out of it. I do remember that him and I made a very small igloo. It was more of a lane
Mhm.
igloo. We didn't make it big enough because I don't know why. I just when we were kids, we didn't really have the fucking architect skills. I'm sure I can make a big fucking igloo if I would have had enough snow this year. I want to make a big fucking igloo. I really wanted to
Mhm.
make a fucking igloo. I want to make a big one. Now, at least not that I'll stand in it, but at least so I can kneel in it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, make it so you can stand in it. Come on. People on the internet can do it.
Yeah, but I need more snow. Yeah, I only the fucking most snow I had this year was like 3 inches. It was like nothing. It was like a very easy fucking winter.
That's lame.
See, if I was gonna get a fucking tractor with a plow, and I want to get a tractor with a fucking plow, and it didn't fucking snow, I would have been pissed. Which it didn't snow.
Hmm.
And then it snows yesterday. It flurries for a little bit. I'm like, what the hell? It's almost May.
Aw.
Usually, it's May. We don't get snow in May.
Oh, I'll trade you. I get sandstorms here. That's fucking annoying.
I mean, wear goggles, you'll be fine. Same deal with
Ugh.
wear goggles. Wear goggles and a fucking see. If we don't have rain for like the longest time, we don't have sand. We don't have sand, but we have dirt, and dirt just gets everywhere. Sand, I don't know. I feel like sand. Well, that kind of sand. Your kind of sand's dirty sand because it's from the desert, but
Mhm.
no, like. Yeah, that's basically what it reminds you of. It reminds you of like soft sand, not sands like that glass bleed shit. It's fucking like it's pounding on your fucking. Cause I had sand blow on my face at the beach, and it's not pleasant. I don't like it.
You get used to it when you're
No, well, yeah, you live in a desert for like 4 years, so you're used to it at this point. I want to be used to it.
As soon as you dust something, like 10 minutes later, there's more dust on it because it's just like sand.
That's how it was. Put it this way. If we go through a drought on the East Coast, you fucked. You fucked. Because it's very rare for us, because we always have rain. We always have rain. But because there was one summer, it was just dry for fucking like 8 months straight. Hot, humid. Well, actually, no, it wasn't humid. It was dry. It was because, when you have rain, it's humidity. It sucked out all the moisture from the trees. The leaves were starting to die because it was so dry. They weren't getting water. There was dirt everywhere. The ground was cracking. Like, it looked like fucking California, just dirt. It just looked like a dirt version of California. So, yeah, if we go in a drought, yeah, you already know you're going to be fucked.
Yeah.
No, watch.
Water.
Watch, we're gonna fucking have the drought. You're gonna be having fucking thunderstorms.
So happy. Oh man, I would be so happy.
But California's gonna drift off the United States with the fucking earthquake, so you're fucked there. So you be sailing. You be your own country. You'll be California nation.
I live next to the fault line. It's not great.
Might as well just jump into it. I will fucking jump into it. Might as well just fucking kill myself. Whee! End my fucking life now before fucking 2012 happens. Oh shit, it already did happen.
Yeah. Like, you fucked.
Yeah.
This is 2022-12.
What else fucking about imagination? Actually, a lot of things. I do know, like, every time when it's on, I think it was. Yeah, it's like around like Sims, like 2002, 3. They started more involving first person because their games were getting a little more graphic. So ever since first person came out, it was awesome to me. It's just like fascinating to me. That's what it'd be. So yeah, it will make my imagination run wild. Now it's just like I said, my imagination as an old man. I don't know.
I don't know. It all depends on how you actually just kind of like see the world now. I mean, I try to still kind of see the world as interesting. Like, when you play with your cat, you pretend the ball is like, or whatever the toy that you have is just like, or even if you have a mouse, you pretend the mouse is real. It's like, come on, and I don't know, just playing with the dogs, like walking out in my backyard.
That's called playing. Well, I guess I could be. Yeah, that's a form of imagination. Yeah, you're kind of right. I mean,
Yard work. I mean,
I do play with fucking Ariel with the laser pointer. She loves
Yeah.
that thing. Now she's getting older and smarter, so she charges before she gets after it. She's
Oh,
waiting.
really?
Yeah, she charges. She's too smart for her now. Not like a dog who goes apeshit. But, or a kitty. Kitties go apeshit at it too. They just go fucking, ooh, they're looking at it, and then they become a cat, and then they just start looking at it, eyeballing it like a lion, ready to attack. But it's good because maybe if I had a mouse in the house, Ariel will fucking at least kill the fucking thing. And,
Right.
And possibly eat it and then puke it up 5 minutes later, but I don't know. She has a puking problem, I know.
They have food for that.
Yeah. No, it's not that. It's just she always doesn't matter what. I tried so many different foods. She has it. Even the vet says it. She says as long as she does it like 1 or 2 times a week, you're fine. It's fine. And that's basically what she does. It's just a cat thing. That's what the first thing. It's just a cat thing.
It is.
I just hate cleaning it up. The one time I came home from work, it was a mess. I'm like, holy shit, Ariel, you just wasted all that food. I'm sorry.
I think of it as a gift, in a weird way. Like when my
then again,
cats in Massachusetts, when they would bring me dead animals, I would just be like, "Oh, thanks, that's so sweet."
Well, see, I wouldn't mind the dead animals, and I wouldn't mind the puke. If this cat peed, I will be fucking pissed out on it. And then, thank God she doesn't do that. She just, except for one fucking, she pissed in the fucking salt box, but I guess it looked like it litter, so I'll give her a slide in that. But
don't worry, she got her karma when she was licking her paws afterwards. You know what I mean? Like,
can you give me some water? The fuck?
I need more.
That's probably why she puked. I always imagine my cat being potty trained.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that soon.
Reminds me of fucking Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Ooh, or it was not Meet the Fockers. Was it Meet the Fockers?
No, it's Meet the Parents.
No, but there was there was another scene. I don't know if it's from a spoof movie or from Meet the Fockers. It's when the cat was going ape shit in the fucking toilet.
I think it was. I think it was a spoof. Yeah, I think it was a spoof.
He was just going ape shit in the toilet.
Sometimes my cat, Mr. Business, imagines that he's a dog. He likes to play fetch with a ball.
Sometimes I think Ariel's a fucking dog. She acts like
my
a
other
dog.
cat, the Tex, I'm pretty sure she's trying to bark like a dog.
That's how I feel about Ariel. I feel like she meows, but I feel like she's meowing so much because she's trying to get a...
One of the days, Ariel's just gonna bark in the other room. You're like, the fuck was that?
Well, that's what I always say with like...
dog come in?
That's what I always say, like, why the hell do you guys gotta call a cat a cat? Well, it's because you gotta tell them apart between a cat and a cat, It's like this and that. I'm like, man, what if a cat wants to be a dog? What if a dog wants to be a cat, man? It's like let living things be themselves, man. If you let other humans be themselves, let them be themselves, man. If Ariel wants to be a dog, let her be a dog. If your husky wants to be a cat, let him be a cat. Let him play with the cat toys.
Yeah.
He does look like a cat because I know how huskies look. They have that cat look. Well, they're supposed to be the cat to the dog.
My husky thinks he's a cat. My cat thinks he's a husky.
What they always said, huskies are supposed to be the cats of the dog world. That's what they always say.
Yeah, he doesn't bark. He just yells.
I mean, he looks like a cat. His coat's fluffy, right? Like it's very soft and fluffy.
Oh, it's very fluffy.
He's got that fluffiness.
And he hates water. Absolutely hates water, just like all my cats. Actually, if I have to clean Business's butt because he's got poop on him, like, he'll give me a time limit of like 10 minutes until he starts fighting me.
Get the fuck out. Your cats hate water. See, Ariel's a fucking heavy water drinker. All she drinks is water.
Well, not drinking, but just like being in the water.
That's different. Ariel's getting used to the water. Every time I put my silverware in the sink, she licks the mayonnaise off it and like the butter. She just licks stuff off the forks and stuff. So then the one time I leave the water on, she tries sneaking around it. Sometimes she gets her head wet. Says, I don't care, man. I want this.
I want that butter. I want that mayo and bananas.
Before we go back to imagination, there's probably a video, a TikTok that you should do too, or a YouTube short. I was going to do it with Ariel. This is maybe for a future TikTok or fucking YouTube shorts, everyone. By either one of us. I mean, one of us will make the trend. But it'll be like with the WAP song, it's once you sing it's the wet ass pussy, just spray the cat and wait for him to freak the fuck out. Wet ass pussy. I think it will be a hilarious fucking trend. I'm telling you.
All my cats would kill me.
Ariel won't kill me. She would just flip the fuck out and hide from me the rest of the day.
Well, I guess if I do it to Tex, she's the fat one, so I don't know, if I give her treats afterwards, she probably won't care.
Yeah, Ariel will come around. Once I give her food, then she'll be like, okay.
Okay, I guess. It's alright. Keep feeding me.
Yeah. What the fuck else am I at?
Did I ever tell you I used to play doctor with a tree when I was a kid?
Oh, fuck, my brother and I used to play... No, actually, my brother and I used to play doctor with the neighborhood girls. Well, we used to have two... We used to have neighbors, but they had daughters. An older one that was like close to my age, and the younger one that was younger than my brother. Oh, the younger one was adorable. Now she's all grown up. When fucking my brother were looking at her like, oh my damn! I remember when she was like a little girl, like 5.
I lost contact with most of my friends.
And it's but yeah, the doctor. What about your doctor experience with the tree?
Well, it sounds really gross, but it's not really gross. I was kind of not sick and twisted, but just my imagination was pretty big.
Yeah, it's not sick.
Some days I didn't have like I couldn't play with my friends or anything, my neighbors. So I'd go to the front house where I'd have this like really big tree with like the thick bark on it and everything, the kind that's like almost kind of peeling off and whatnot back in Minnesota. And I used to just rip off pieces of bark, and then be like, oh no, and house call, you need to be saved. So I just make some mud in the ground, and then I just slabber it all with mud and just put the bark on it and be like, oh, you're all better. I got yelled at from some woman just like driving up. It's like, that's a tree. You can't rip bark from a tree. And I look at her like with a dumb face and I just rip off bark again right in front of her.
Is that?
And I'm like, oh no, you need help. I need to fix the tree. Let me get some more medical bud. Or I would take a smaller tree in the backyard and then I would just start snapping branches off of it, just looking at it, just like snap and be like, oh no, I need some mud and moss quick. This tree needs to be put back together.
Well, that brings me. Well, besides the doctor thing, we used to play just doctoring and all that shit. And we used to play house with the girls and all that. But sometimes
I love playing house.
my brother and I used to play house, but then the girls used to chime on too. But see, my brother and I are a little more creative, a little more. We used to just, I don't know, we used to just like fucking like go into the woods and just like move shit. I don't know. Him and I were busy. Like, we made a hideout. I mean, I have old pictures of my hideout. I should probably post those. It was just like with him and I. When we got older, it was just him and I. The girls moved out. We ended up having another neighbor. We had cinder blocks. There was like cinder blocks there, broken up cinder blocks. But we found like all the good ones and made like a little path to like the hideout. We made like a little path. And it was neat. Okay. And then years later, my brother started building a fort in a tree, braided a tree fort. And you can only imagine what it looked like as a kid. All like fucking boards all fucked up and shit.
Tails coming out of it. And shit.
Yeah, it's basically what it looked like. Yeah, didn't look too good. But
I think we all did something like that when we were kids. Just built something really fucked up and be like, look, it's a fort.
That's what it was. Like, the door of our hideout was just a branch leaning down and it looked like a triangle like next to a tree. That was the door. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I used to like the big willow trees, I think it was, or those big trees, not necessarily willow, but like the big trees that had like the branches that would just kind of like make a little like an igloo type thing where like you could just go through the bushes and then like underneath the tree would just be like its own like little fort itself. You know what I'm talking about?
Like sort of like in between the trees, like if those two trees so close together type of thing.
No, I mean, like, even if it's just like a big pine or something, I don't know, maybe it was just in Minnesota or something, but we used to have like these really big trees that where the branches would just kind of like swoop down over on. So like if you went past the bushes, like the branches and everything, and you get underneath the
tree, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Fucking, I remember when we went to the fireworks, it was like a tree like that, and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking neat. We can do all kinds of things here. This is when we got older. I'm like, and then we fucking started getting weird and shit. We want to do some fucking weird shit in here, man.
When you're a kid, it's just kind of like that scene from Step Brothers. They're like, look at all this room. Look at all the activities we can do.
It's neat. It's like a little fort, yeah.
Yeah, and then when you get older, it's just like, yeah, I'm going to smoke pot in here.
Well, yeah, you just hide in there fucking drinking alcohol and shit. Pub on the public. Yeah, it's just like, fucking, give me a fucking crystal meth or something,
Yeah. If I die here, will anyone know?
That also brings me to what we used to do with our rooms. Now, my brother and I both had our own room. He had his room, I had my room. Sometimes he would throw like a party in his room. We used to have lights and stuff, just like a party. You'd jam music from the other room, nonetheless. We used to jam music from the other room for this room. But yeah, we used to have like a little party. And we used to have, like, stuffed animals, and we had, like, pretend girlfriends. I think mine was a Kevin Nash doll, and I was a girl. And fucking my brother's was a fucking another wrestler called Rebecca. We used to make out with the fucking things and everything. Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. Yeah, but the thing is we used to, like, get, like, we had, like, those mason jars with, like, the handle on it? We fill them up with water and like act like we're drinking beer and all that, and then we had like little, we had popsicle sticks like we're fucking smoking. Yeah, my brother and I are very creative. Fucking see, now I don't know why my brother and I are the way we are with all these stupid projects we have. Now I don't know why. It's because the stupid weird things we did.
Oh yeah, I remember. What was it when I was a young kid? I'd go across the street to my neighbor's house, and it's Minnesota, so we got a lot of snow, and like we lived in those townhouses, so the backyard was kind of shared, but snow would just pile on. There's like tons and tons and tons of snow, and when it starts to melt, it kind of makes like these little like snow hill mountain type things, but it's a mixture of snow and ice type thing. I don't know, I'm explaining it really bad. But me and my friend, we used to pretend that we were just like on an Arctic adventure, like running away from God knows what, We'd be starting off as exploring into the Arctic cold and just kind of like wandering. And then some of our friends that were with us, they would fall behind, or they eventually like get their foot stuck in the snow, like on the soft part, and be like, oh no, we've lost another one, run, go away, and just pretend like some sort of monster was like chasing us and just trying to find like our dead friends in the snow.
See, yeah, that also reminds me of like when we used to do the snow, because when we got older and I was in high school fucking playing with G.I. Joes and stuff, we used to sometimes we'll make them fight like they're like soldiers and all that and kill each other, but not necessarily. We always made them race. Like race, we had snowmobiles, and the snowmobiles were cool because the track will move and everything when you drag them in the snow. So the snowmobiles were like play with the snowmobiles in the snow. We built like fucking like trailers and stuff that like hauled stuff, and we had like a little like Humvees and stuff, and then we just made them drag race. That's all it is. It's because we were like motorheads, so that's probably why we made them all drag race.
Yeah.
It's like those little plastics. I think the only ones we did actually like killing things with was like those little plastic soldiers. That's the only things. I do know my my uncle bit the heads off them every time he killed them.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what my mom said to me. He says, "Yeah, your uncle actually every time you'll shoot him, and then he bit the heads off them for some reason. I guess that's his way of killing them. See, all my brother and I did so we can use them later. We just knocked them down."
Well, yeah, same. But like, see, your uncle just wanted to make sure that
he just. Yeah, I mean,
that's his imagination. Yeah. He didn't want them to come back to life.
Yeah. Sometimes my brother and I will knock them down. Sometimes we'll just hide them underneath the blanket or something, so they're not like. I remember like the one time I forget the countries we had. The one country it was the enemy, the Somalians, and every time I kept doing it was a missile that I kept doing. Yo! It was just like a fucking missile shooting at my base. I remember that. I don't know how I remember. I don't know if my brother even remembers that.
See, I'm telling you should bring your brother on this, like, one day. Just talk about, like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, fucking definitely. I told him about it. It's just like I said, we're... Actually, how I am now is how he was when he was younger. How he is now, how I was when I was younger. We flipped. He became the shy one. I became like the fucking outgoing one. But I used to be like fucking I used to be a fucking mute. Yep.
I mean, yeah, I used to be really shy when I was a lot younger.
Well, fucking kids call me Silent Bob. They said I would never say a goddamn word. I'm like, I said words. I said hi. I said bye.
I just didn't really care a lot when I was.
That's what it was. I think in 12th grade I started getting a little more outgoing, but I think that's because I started getting more interest in more girls. I think that's what it was. But I just still didn't really have the balls to even ask her out in high school until I started working, and then I got even fucking more. And that's why I learned Spanish. Yeah.
Oh, good job. Good for you.
Part Spanish. I mean, hablo un poco de español.
Sí. I know nothing.
Yeah. I mean, you work in a Spanish invested job. Yeah, you pretty.
See, I have a coworker that speaks Spanish, so I don't have to worry about it. And if someone calls and be like, "You speak a Spanish?"
Yeah, but don't even like try. Well, do they speak English too?
There's only like less than a handful of customers, maybe like 3 of them that don't speak Spanish. And I was just like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Well, does your coworker speak English as her normal language or Spanish?
Yeah. She speaks English as her normal language.
So that's probably why. Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
Now,
well, she has a family member at home that speaks only Spanish, so it's just easier.
For me, it's like even like my workplace now. Every FedEx, Lineage. Pretty much 75% of the building was fucking only spoke Spanish. Only spoke Spanish. So you kind of had to learn. You kind of had to learn Spanish. I don't know, for some reason around like New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, it's all like majority like Spanish immigrants, like Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, fucking Mexicans. I don't know. They somehow come to Pennsylvania for some fucking reason. It's like they stop here. I don't know why. Stop right in the valley. You would think in California, because California is right against Mexico. I don't know. I do know my ex's mom. My ex's mom crossed the border in California, because her brother was born in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so her brother's the only U.S. citizen in her family, which is good because that's actually good for a lot of reasons.
Yes. All I know is that certain parts of California and the city, there are some places. There's even a Walmart where everyone just speaks Spanish.
That's the Spick Mart over where I'm. That's out in my fucking city. We call it the Spick Mart. Well, actually, now it's the Trashy Mart. The other Walmart's not a Spick Mart because I feel like I feel like the Spanish are starting to realize that they're really bad, so they want to move away from the city now. Like, because they're all starting to move out in nice areas now, having nice houses and all that, and good for them, no. But it's just like, yeah, I think they're starting to realize it. Obviously,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Alright, well, honestly, we shouldn't be even saying it like that because there's a fucking couple white trash in fucking the city, too.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. White trash, black trash, Asian trash.
Just trash in general.
Cat trash, dog trash. I seen a cat dog. I seen a cat dog. Yeah. You ever imagine being a cat? There was a cat game. There's actually a fucking cat game that you can roleplay as a cat.
Oh, is it the one where you just knock shit off shelves all the time?
No, not that one. There's actually it's like a cat simulator. I know the one you're talking about.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like they're walking the streets as a cat, like an alley cat. But yeah. I want to name it Ariel. You gotta name one of your out cat. I gotta get Loco in. You gotta name Corey. We gotta fucking have our cats roll in the street. It'll be hilarious. It'll be fucking hilarious.
That would be.
Imagine being a fucking animal for a day. They always think they have it hard.
Right? Fucking assholes. I have one sitting on my lap right now that's just waiting for me to like get up and get her food.
Hey, can you fucking end this fucking shit, man? I'm fucking hungry, man. I fed you. Well, I'll be like, Ariel. Ariel, I fucking fed you like fucking this morning, dude. I only feed her once a day. I don't feed her more than once. Like every time
we fed her twice.
Yeah, I used to do that when she was a kitty, but then she was eating too much, so I slowed down her diet. I usually just give her like 2 big scoops, and then it usually holds her over. Usually holds her over. Sometimes I'll do it with dogs, but dogs you can't really do it as much, especially a big fucking dog. They eat way too much.
My bear is a picky fucking eater. Like, he just barely eats. Like, he'll eat. He loves pizza. It's fiance's fault, I swear to God. Like, every time, like, he'd get home from work or something, or just, like, in the afternoon, he'd go to Dollar General and just be like, oh, let me get some dollar pizzas and just give them to the dogs. And now that's his absolute favorite thing. So every time we make pizza, he thinks it's for him. And then when he gets his bowl of dog food, he's just like, what's this? It's not pizza. I'm not eating it unless it's pizza. Like...
He's just as bad as my grandpa fucking giving my fucking little chihuahua fucking chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah.
My grandpa's just he's just chopping them. You know, fucking. Of course, Chico's like, oh, yeah, I still know. I dig them. I like these. Chico used to fucking eat anything. He was fucking very violent. Like, he would rip your fucking thumb off. Like, hey! A little shit nit me! You know, he's trying to really get the food. I remember one time, fucking, before we get off topic again for the 50th time, but the one time my dad had a pork chop on her plate. The little chihuahua, I think I told you this, but the little chihuahua hops up in a chair. Fucking, my dad gets up to fucking tend to the other dog because he's fucking doing some stupid shit. But fucking Chico had the audacity to hop up in a chair, quick grab your pork chop, and run up the steps. Ha! Fucker, I got your pork chop. That little shit just took my pork chop. He did the same thing to me too. I put my fucking food out. I had enchiladas. It was reheated. I had them out on the fucking table. He's over here. He was chowing down. Ariel did that to me recently. She did that.
She ate something of yours that was sitting on the kitchen counter.
Yeah, she ate something. I'm like, hey! Well, I remember she did that with the fucking bread. And I look on the floor. Why is this bag on the floor? Oh, you did not. God damn it, Ariel. I wanted that muffin. It's the last one left.
I know. One cat will just wait until like there's something left over. Another cat will try to steal it off my plate, and then Mr. Business, my other cat, he'll just sit there just staring at me until I actually give him a little piece, and he's like, I guess I'll eat it. Then he eats it, and then he just stares at me and be like, well, are you gonna give me more? Fucking assholes, I swear.
Fucking animals. Wish I could be a fucking animal. That's my imagination. Let me be a fucking animal so I don't have to pay bills. Hey, Ari, you want to switch with me? I'll be fucking... And she'll probably spray me with the hose every day.
She'll probably be the one making that TikTok video with you.
know, she be puking up my fucking. She be puking up my fucking. No, she be cleaning up my puke. I'm gonna puke. Yeah. I'm gonna puke in her bed. How do you fucking like it?
And then you guys switch, you know, all of a sudden and be like, "Oh, I pooped in my own bed." Why?
I gotta ask my brother that. How would you feel if you switched with your dog? Oh no. Actually, I might like that. I could be an asshole to him.
Just hump whatever, you know. Do you?
It is funny. See, it is funny. It is funny. With Ariel, she knows when I'm mad at her. Like she'd be like, meow. Same deal with my brother's dog or my dad's dog. They just know. They just know. And then fucking the dogs, you can really see their ears just go down. Oh.
Mm-hmm. You know who's guilty.
Yeah,
you
but
just know.
I can tell Ariel does know when she knows when I'm pissed the fuck off. She'd be staring at me, trying to look around. I don't know who did that.
Casper. There's another cat that just snuck in.
I don't know what else is pretty much on this topic. Besides fucking work, besides I see a dancing llama being a lack of sleep sometimes. Dancing llama.
I keep seeing things in the corner of my eye every time if I get lack of sleep. Well, I was up for 3 days once before. Don't ask me how. And the shit that I saw. Oh my god! Like the hallucinations are a real thing from staying up. I remember I was in my friend's car and we were going to some place at night. All of a sudden I'm just sitting in the passenger seat and I'm just looking up in the sky. And I swear to God, I thought I saw a giant bat. I would have swore I saw a giant bat just flying ahead of us. And I was just like, man, that thing's pretty fucking big. And then we were driving down this other street, and I would have swore like a zombie was just like standing in the middle of like the road or like the crosswalk or anything. We drive by it, and it's actually just a sign. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
I know. Fiance's seen some pretty fucked up shit, like staying up for like 4 days straight, something like that, with like maybe a couple naps in between. Yeah, that's some pretty fun stuff. But the hallucinations are legit. It's fun.
The thing with me with lack of sleep is not really what I see, is what I think I might see. So when I starts thinking, like sometimes, so imagine I'm thinking about like a creature, a black dust creature in the shape of like a body, but it's black dust with red eyes, with a fucking bright white smile, staring at me through my doorway. Then I look at my doorway, nothing's there. But I'm thinking that it would be there. That's what fucks me up when I'm like,
it's very fascinating because I was just listening to a story of that exact same thing that's happened to someone else recently on YouTube. It was like scary stories and stuff like that. That's pretty much like the same story to a T.
Yeah, it's like, but it all happens in my head until I look over. Like, I'm not looking over at the door. I haven't looked over at the door. But I think it into my head that I think it's standing right there, but now I look over, it's not there. So I don't know. It's like something's, I don't know. It's either lack of sleep or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. Or it could be anything. It could be that. Sometimes I feel like there's like eyes looking at me through the window, like yellow eyes, just looking at me through the fucking window. So I look at the window, nothing's there. You know, it's weird. It's weird. I think it's there, but it's not there.
It's Bigfoot.
Well, it could be anything. It could be Bigfoot. It could be a Google. Right now, I'm creeping myself out. I'm thinking there's like something staring at me right now. Like it's weird. Like something's watching.
I always feel that, but you know, when I walk into a specific room in my house, like my office, you know, at night, especially like if I'm trying to just get like the rest of the night stuff ready, you know, I'll just have like this chill, like that'll just like go through my body, that, you know, you have that feeling that like you're being watched, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then I just look into the room in the dark and I was just like, you gonna stay in this house, you gotta pay fucking rent. End of story, you know. Or like if my windows are open and I feel like something's staring at me, then I just keep thinking about my crazy neighbor Bob next door with a shotgun, who's up at night trying to find coyotes and uh, bobcats and mountain lions and stuff like that. So I know I'm safe. Oh, he's such
Just
a
hope he doesn't
guy.
snap.
He has all these like weird war stories, and there's a trailer, like a little tiny trailer that's in my backyard, that belongs to the owners of the house. And for years he's tried to buy it, and then now he's telling people that he owns it, that he's just letting us use it.
That's his imagination. He has a very, very, very strong and old imagination.
Yeah, he has all these scars on his body too, which I feel like they're just probably like him falling or something. He's like, I got this in Nam. I'm like,
oh, really? I fell down the steps. I fall down.
Yeah, definitely something like that. Something like that. A lot of people out here are like that, but I do live in hippie central, aliens. Actually, I think I gotta show you a picture later. It's like this one cloud in the sky that's perfectly shaped like a UFO. But it's a cloud. Or is it?
Could be a cloud. Could be a fucking. It could be a UFO hidden behind a cloud.
Yeah, or it could be a UFO pretending to be a cloud.
Well, like you and I said in the one late night cast, it was fucking two teenagers just fucking having a trip.
Right?
We're having a trip in my mighty spaceship. Up ship! Up ship! We're compromised!
It was just such a really bizarre thing. I shall send it to you now.
That's the only thing I've never seen. I mean, obviously I have pictures of ghosts and I have sense of spirits and all that. Which that pretty much gets my imagination a little bit up and a little more about that. I mean, I'm still confused about all that fucking shit. It's still confusing me. But other than that, I haven't had much alien encounters. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I try looking like on those, those videos like on YouTube, people like seeing things. I tried. I don't know. I can't see it to add up. I don't know. Like until something actually happens to me, I'm like, Then I start thinking about it a little more.
Yeah. No, it's just.
It's like
it's. Go on.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good. That looks like it could be a fucking UFO.
Right? No, that's a cloud. Those are just two clouds. Like
but you never know. It could just be a fucking camouflage. It could be camouflage.
Yeah. See, that happens here all the time. I kid you not, all the fucking time. And it's just, this is technically like hippie central, alien central. There's a lot of aliens.
Well, there's a reason. There was history and reason why aliens always are on the desert. I forget what the fuck it is. Come on, you fucking in California. There's a reason why they're in the desert. There is a reason why they're always like around like that area. Because I mean,
isn't it Area 51?
No, I think it has to do with like flat. Because I don't know, like theories that they're afraid of like huge. Obviously, you go up in fucking Idaho, you can't see much fucking aliens up there. Well, Alaska maybe, but Alaska's fucking the Northern Lights, but.
I mean, if it's flatlands, that would make sense.
Yeah, I think
farmlands.
Yeah, because the crop circles. I think they like flat, and the theory is I think that's that they're afraid of mountains or something with mountains. But yeah, other than that, that really does look at. I mean, yeah.
I mean, the government is actually coming out stating that aliens are real, and they're coming out with like.
Fucking Obama was obsessed with that shit. There was a psychic that like apparently predicted all these fucking natural disasters. You might know her, but she predicted all these natural disasters and like 9/11. She predicted all this stuff, right? And she says everything. She says everything. She says like in the future. Well. One, she says we're not going to have a U.S. president. But Obama was going to be the last one, which I was false. But she says aliens are real.
Yeah.
And when it makes sense, I didn't really know that with Obama, that he was obsessed with aliens. He actually was obsessed, because they had a fucking thing, they had a documentary about him, but they didn't have him in it, but they were talking about him. That he just wanted, all he wanted to do, he just wanted to go in Area 51 and see an alien. So could you imagine Obama just goes in there and just, oh, no alien?
Watch, he probably just became president just so he can know all the secrets of the government. Like, just...
That's well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that's like the smartest thing to do. I mean, I think any president wants to do that.
Right? And be, like, safe no matter what, have all these bomb shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the only thing is, once you get old and feeble, once you get in your 70s, you're fucked. You can barely fucking move. You gotta move like Chuck Norris, man. You had to move like Chuck Norris or like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Secret Service just picks you up and then you can just run that way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, unless you can be like fucking Mr. Zelensky over there, man, fucking running that country like a boss.
Yeah.
I wish we could have a president like that. That's just like a badass man. The man was fucking. Do you like the part in it when he was just fucking videotaping him in there? He's just videotaping himself. He has balls. He has balls, man. That's how I imagine myself as president. I'm just that fucking danger. I don't know, I'm just too smart for everybody. I'm too smart. I'm dangerous, but I'm smart.
You're smart, dangerous.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm smart, dangerous. And I don't know. It's just the way he's running that country is how I would run it. That's how I would run it. That's a leader, man.
Yeah.
I will run it like that, man.
That's true. Well, you know what? I know what our next subject should be is aliens and mystery.
Well, we did do supernatural.
Well, yeah. That was the title. But we could just do aliens.
I guess that's a possible future late night cast, everybody.
A combination of aliens and Bigfoot and bring your mom on.
Oh no, it would just be Bigfoot. But yeah, well, now we're gonna have to do aliens because everybody's gonna be having an encore. Oh yeah, aliens. I like aliens. And then you have the other part of the fucking people. Yeah, fucking aliens aren't real. You fucking retards.
Yeah. So let's hold off on talking more about that one. We'll save it for the next late night cast.
Yeah, I mean, considering it has a part to do with supernatural and imagination, but other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, besides that, VR is the new age of fucking imagination anymore. And now VR has the fucking walking thing now. It has you can sit in the fucking the one guy. He's a video gamer or a streamer. He has a whole setup like he's in a rig. Everything's set up like he's in a rig. His TV's around him like he's actually in a rig. It's pretty cool. No, it's pretty cool, man.
And we're gonna be like Ready Player One, that world soon.
Oh yeah. Oh, Ready Player One's a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I like Free Guy. Even Free Guy, I like those. Both of them movies are fucking great. They just had that vibe. Gamer was another one I liked. That had a form of what if games take over? Until the dude lost his fucking mind and just wanted to take over the world. He just wanted to control everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually what will happen. I mean, somebody's gonna fucking go mad with power.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Sorry, my dogs are really distracting right now.
Or Skynet's gonna take over.
Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Hell nah.
Yep.
Hell nah. Screw that. Screw that, yes.
Yep, you're gonna have fucking John Connor come back from the future.
Well, as long as I'm one of those people that just don't die, then I'm okay.
I don't know. Most likely, you and I are both dead.
Fuck that.
Yeah, we're dead. It's gonna be fucking your cat and dog eating your corpse with Ariel eating my corpse. Could you imagine? Could you imagine everything's going around? You just fucking and you just our streams are still going. And it just has just them in the background, just.
God. Terminator scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I mean, hey, fucking your animals have plenty of food. Yeah, fucking you and fiance.
Yep.
Yeah.
God damn, they could survive for a while. That's if they don't get burned up with the world exploding, you know.
They'll figure it out. They can burrow. I know Arrow. She can burrow. Alright.
The cats will hide in the little robot.
Alright. That's pretty much it for this late night cast. But yeah, that's pretty much of imagination, you know? Just think imagination, just like SpongeBob says it, Buzz. Yeah. You know, I mean, just put in the comments what you think your imagination is, or what is imaginating to you, you know, or you're just one of those motherfuckers who are just straight like a nail. You just don't have a single fucking. Yeah, you just really have no imagination at all. Oh, that's not scary, all right. But other than that,
poor soul.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, just, you know, I don't know, hit a like, hit a dislike. Even though you can't see the dislikes now on YouTube, but fuck you, you can't. I mean, I still think it's wrong that you should be able to see dislikes, but whatever, I don't really care. Fuck YouTube. But
yeah.
As I said it on this late night cast going on YouTube. But
yeah. I love it. No.
But yeah, you throw your shit down in the comments, you know. Yeah. Subscribe if you're a fucking new fucking viewer. Subscribe, motherfuckers, if you made it to this far in the video. If you made it to an hour and a half into this far into the fucking video, subscribe to the goddamn fucking channel. Hell, give DoMo, wrong direction, Brutality, give DoMo a fucking follow on Twitch. DoMo, how do you fucking say your Twitch name?
I mean, it's DoMo-kun, except it's just one of the O's is a 0. The second one.
That's better.
The second one.
They're not going to follow you now. There's not much energy to that. Yeah, we're both tired. It's late night cast for a reason.
I mean, I could try. Just go to Twitch and look up DoMo.
Every time you scream, your just mic cuts out.
I was trying to be quiet.
Every fucking time. You're fucking Domo. Just deepen out your voice more. Maybe you should just have it. Domo-kun. Domo-kun.
Domo-kun.
Actually, that actually more fits that character, actually. That actually more fits that character. Ah!
Oh, Domo-kun.
Yeah, actually more fits that character. But yeah, yeah, there you go. But anyways, that's pretty much it for now. Capt Brutality signing out. SpongeBob. Domo.
Bye.
Adios.